talk about the next slide. I'm going to talk about how to increase the dot per inch of your figure. The next one is it's adrawsoft.com. Some people there is a desktop one that is called eDrawMax. So this is a paid software, but the online free version can be used for a few days, and you have to pay to be able to use it. It's a very, very good tool for drawing chart because you have different templates that you can use, modify to bring up your flow charts, maybe in electrical and other field. In fact, you can draw building plan on adraw.com. So also there's this software that's called Inkscape. Inkscape has two. There's online one, and I think I have one on my system that is the desktop one. That's I downloaded free. But today I wanted to try to download. Try to download this. They're telling me to pay some money. So you can also use Inkscape. So we can. There are other tools that can be used. These are just one I just mentioned. There are other tools that every one of us use to do a special chart that we use. There are special software also. I remember there is this special uh, online tool that is used by biomedical guys, people in biomedical or people in biotechnology that they use in drawing their chemical uh, equations. Not sorry, chemical. No, not chemical equation. They're using drawing their chemical. What do they call it? The bio is it Dr. Ashraf then? Like all this benzene ring, the way I forgot what they call it. That's one is dedicated for those in
Structural
biotechnology.
formula.
Yeah, for making structural formulas. Yes, thank you, coordinator. So that is a special one for them in their field, and that's also their free one online that you can Google to use if you want to do that. And there are some that you, when you put your equations, your chemical equation, you can have the structural formula on the other side, depending on what you guys use in your lab. Oh, the next is the one I talked about that has to do with increasing dots per inch as DPI. Most of the time, when you finish, especially Microsoft PowerPoint, because that's what I use most. When you use Microsoft PowerPoint to do your simple, because when you're using, in fact, I need to mention here on this slide, Microsoft PowerPoint and some of these other tools, in fact, Microsoft PowerPoint itself has limitation when it comes to drawing complex um, charts. Complex, like when you're doing a mind mapping for those that are doing project management, for you to start drawing those curves, it's always very difficult in Microsoft PowerPoint. But when you use eDraw, you have templates already. The only thing is just when you're doing your mind mapping, how many guys are on your group? Maybe 100 people. You can start drawing from there, grouping, and just by ordinary click, and just edit the text. eDraw, it's very good for that. So depending on the complexity of your flowchart, you can go through all of these tools. And at the end of this presentation, I've attached the link to all of these free tools that you can use online. Now, moving forward, I forgot to mention that this class is going to be in two sessions. After the first part, we're going to have 5 minutes break. Then we can resume to the next part. The first part is just about charts, and after our demo, then we can have literate and continue. Little breather. So also we can to increase the um, dots, and I need to even also mention that there are some of these tools I mentioned here. That's when you are done with your chat, you can increase before you export. You can increase the DPI before you export. But for those that are not using 365, my Microsoft 365, if you're using Microsoft 365, Microsoft Office 365, the default DPI that is in there, I think it's 330 DPI. But I think the one those version before 365 it's about 96, some 92 DPI. So it means you have to, and why do you have to increase your DPI? It's just to make the charts, the graph, make the figures, make them legible for those that want to read them. And after during the production, so that the output can be as bright as much. When you see some people, when you look at their charts and graph, you'll be like trying to swallow those things because everything is on point. So these are the two small. There are some. These are some of the tools that I use. You can do that in Microsoft PowerPoint using the default, or there's another way to do that, which I will explain, or which I will demonstrate during after our during the course of our presentation. Then some people use Photoshop. I remember my senior, the one that left my the Ghanaian senior, used to use Photoshop then when he was in the lab. Then I use Inkscape. And the only issue I have with Inkscape is that when you can only export in PNG, you can only export in PNG, so it also has its own limitation. But for Photoshop, you can export in different formats. So the next is Lunar Peak. This one I got to know this Lunar Peak from Dr. Abdulhamid. This is very good for those that deal with images when you're trying to present your maybe images you got under microscope or the one you took the picture. You can do it a lot of things. You can it's a very good software. It's an online software that is free. It's free. It's online. I got every like this one here. This one I already added the link to use them in this presentation. After the presentation, I'm going to PDF it and send it to everyone so that we can look at Lunapic. It's very, very good. You can use it to, in fact, for those that are video makers, you can use it to remove background, add background, do a lot of things, do 3D, increase, pixelate, blur, anything. You can crop also using Lunapics. The next is Clido. I just came across this few hours ago. This is an online uh, DPI tool that you can use to increase the DPI. And I think the drawback on this tool is that it has just two. You can only export in I think in TIFF. I think as we use that, as we I'm going to demonstrate the way to use this one also. And this one that is called online. And the one I love most, which I came across today, is this one. This is a convert.town. This you can use it to downgrade your image or upgrade your image.
Yeah, actually very mentioned
It's a
that for so
free
now.
online tool and it's
Why tó
instant.
kún fẹ́ lu gba
This is
combine
instant.
nílé láti
These
fi
other ones
travel
they
ni.
have their
Kò
limitation
ní
that
lọ
when
líle
you
normal
use you have
láwọn
to
ọmọ
pay
mi.
after many conversion you have to pay. But this, if you have your figure in
Wọ́n
a
ní lọ nínú ilé,
lower
wọ́n ní lọ
DPI, you
next
can
one.
increase up to 2000. That's also I'm going to demonstrate.
Oh,
If you have something that is high that you want to downgrade, you can also do your downgrading and it gives you your result instantly. Oh, so the next thing we're going to do now is to start our demonstration on how to first what we're going to do is that this feature that we have here, I got it from paper of one of so our scholars, that's engineer Miss Bao and engineer Anis, engineer Ogunlaw's paper, the recently published paper. From this chart now, we have about three section here. This section is a very simple one that we're going to use Microsoft PowerPoint to do. Then I'm going to use Edo. We'll see the difference on using those two tools. And I'm also going to use Edo also to do this. Use a visual to do this third part. Then after when I'm done with this, I'm going to save them. Then the next step is I'm going to see what DPI it was saving, then either increase them or downgrade them. And the next demo is going to be on images. This one, this image that comes from engineer Habib's paper, the recently published paper. So this also we're going to see how to use lunar pics to increase and some other online tools to do that. Then I think this image, this one also is from recently published paper by uh, Dr. Ashraf, the one he just published. This also going to use it to demonstrate the how to use a lunar pic or use ink, ink Inkscape to do the demonstration. And that is the end of first part of our presentation. Now we want to go into demonstration. So I'm going to have to go out. I'll need to open. Can you see my screen?
No, we can't see the screen.
I'm trying not to share the whole screen I have here. No problem. Can you see the screen now?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to open a new page. New slide.
We are currently seeing your presentation.
Huh? Are you not seeing what I'm doing right now?
Actually,
Not at all.
we are looking
No, we're
at
only
it.
seeing your presentation.
What do I do now? Do I need to share the entire screen to be able to see what I'm doing? Or I share the entire window? I need help.
Yeah, you could share the entire window. I think it's better.
I did share the entire window, but
Yeah.
what is this? What I wanted to do is that I want to, as I do, I want to show us what I'm doing on one side and the other side also to be showing you what. I think I need to share the entire screen. Okay. So as I said, I want to just draw the simplest part of this. Oh, please give me a few seconds. I think I will just. What I want to do is this. Just this part, excluding this and this. This quickly on Microsoft PowerPoint and come back to do it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start from here, this way, then this way. Pick our tools. I think the smartest way to do this is to just do one and just copy and paste. So some people usually just use the text property of the box to filling is going to be nothing. I change the color to black. So I just type change the text property. Let me use this. As we know, some journals might states prefer the fonts to be used, but I think area black is always very good. Then the font size also depends on the journal that you're submitting to. I'm gonna make it bold. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put the colors. I just want to do something quickly. I'm not going to put these colors, but this color, all this color property, that can be done also in the next tool. We're going to use this eDraw. So I'm going to put it here. I will sketch up. So just Control D. Control D. What Microsoft is going to do is to automatically calculate the distance, start giving you the same distance, but this is not what we want. We want it to be here. I think we have 3. This you can just
accounting
group
20
animal
student
come
number
to the same level. Let me copy and paste this also, then we can just change our
password
material property. Just going to make it short. Windows 7.4. Let me just put on your level.
no certificate.
I don't know what this means. May not be exactly just to demonstrate. So I can reduce this. This also, we can make them have the same distance vertically this way. Come here. Right. Make them all on the same take to the top. This should be aligned with this. So roughly this is what we have. And have this. There's this command that you can use when you don't want to be going back and forth. You can't record the command. If anyone knows that, can remind me of this. think it wasn't on alignment. What they had was this. Just roughly, I'm gonna have this here. Then the next thing was a straight line that joins these together. Oh, what I want to do now is to edit this. I come here, increase. It's a dotted one. You can increase the weight. Roughly, you can just come here, you click this, and I just match the property using this tool. But I can click all at the same time. This should be an arrow. We can come back to the property of this. We make it this. So after all of the, you can group. Now the next thing is for me to do the same thing. What we have done here now. But before I do this, I'm going to create a folder here where I can save these images. So as I've told you, my system, this 365, is saving the DPI value is already 3.33 330 DPI for those that are using this, which is you see in PNG. Let's new file. Let's practice. It's our folder. I'm going to save in PNG and I'm going to save in JPEG, and we can compare later. Oh, sorry. Demo 1. And still going to save. Just right click, save, change, JPEG. Demo 1 to 1. So when we come back our folder, sorry, my desktop is a very funny one. So when you come, you can check the property of this. This is the one in properties. You click detail. This is one in PNG. You can see that this is the dimension in pixel. The depth is 8. So I think those are the details. Let's check this. Come to detail. Now this is what I said. This is 330. If it were to be the other, the version before this version, before 365, those ones usually you have them in 92 or 96 DPI, if I guess rightly. So what we just did now, to do it smartly using the tools I mentioned, I'm going to bring back my slide. And I'll go to my reference. I'm going to look for Engr. Just this is it right there. Why is it taking time? I'm trying to open another window for a draw. E-draw is not coming up. It has come up. So in e-draw, you can see these are the things that we have here. What I need to mention here, that's in e-draw, you need to sign up so that you can use the free version. You need to sign up, and if you want to upgrade, it tells you what to pay to upgrade. It's very, very expensive. This is for the individual. This is for general. And I need to also mention that what we just did now, we can also do it in Canvas. There's just another one called canva.com. You can also do it here. The only thing, just look for FlowChart. Just type FlowChart. It gives you templates which you can edit. This is what I'm saying. You can do yours here, or you can take this and edit. So this is another software this is free also. This is very, very free. Those that you need to pay are this Pro. Anyone that you see crown on it means you might be able to use them. Or let's even click this. You can't use, if you use this template, you cannot export. You can't export. You have to pay before you can export it. So you can do your flowchart here also. You can open new template and do what you need to do there. But I want to use this. I mentioned earlier that if you need to do sophisticated drawings, sophisticated chart like mind mapping that I mentioned, there are options here. There are options here that you can use to do. Look, this is example of the one I'm talking about. Where you want to do charts that are like this. The best software you can use for them is, for now that I know, is this. I think you are this similar in a visual, which I'm going to also show us. Oh, one flowchart. This is basic. You double click. Tell me to upgrade. I'm not upgrading. I'm just going to create quickly. It takes too much time. I think concurrently I'll start opening the visual link. So this one is opening. I think this is visual. In the video, I already signed in. I signed in a few moments ago. Oh no, I think I have not. So I need to use visual. Click here. Sign in. I sign in with my Okay, new account. And I can click here into a visual. So these are inbuilt templates that you can use to do your drawings. So I said I was going to use it to do the third part of this charts, which is the one we have here. So that's one is very small. Is a smart tool that you can use quickly to which is can look for a template that looks like what you want. I think this is similar.
Okay. Table kankan
As I mentioned earlier, in visual, I need to ungroup this. You need to ungroup it first. Then you can delete shape protection container in your property, prevent complete execution. Then you're not waste our time. Let me just start a new template. Just drag and drop. So you need to edit online. Let me just type text, random text.
Okay, first demo, but application meta one fellow in first demo. PowerPoint.
Oh, the filling.
Yeah, BCO.
And in fact, I can just use no filling now. I use black as my name. Type one. So we can choose the font type that we want. Increase, do all of our editing. Then the line size also, just like Microsoft Office, you can increase to the width that you want. This is 0.1. So if I want to just add more now, it's just to click and just tell it this. It will just connect it automatically without going to do this. Now in eDraw, the editor that I did here would follow the next thing that needs to be created. But here you have to come back here. You need to match properties. Click here and you match properties. So you have to type. You have to type again. So let's see if it will match property of this. Now it has matched it. If you want something more to the other side, if it's circle, it does that also. You can reduce it to the size that you want. Then we align it. It gets aligned. You can match the property same way. And 3. You can remind property to get the text also like that. This you have to change and match property with this. That's all. So all of these you can group and now export. Come here. You can save. So you can only save You can copy or download that you can use in other person's system that has visual. You can save in PDF, then you can save in image. So this is the maximum that this can go. And I think the PPI, I can't recall the of the PPI. And if you want it, if it's a PNG, if you want a transparent background, it's going to be a transparent background. But if I don't click this to be in white background, if you want it in JPEG, these are the only format that you can transfer or export images here. So let's say we pick this, and I want the background to be this. I export. So it's instance. I can change the name during the export. You can see at the background here, and I can copy this and bring it to our PowerPoint here now. The background is going to be white. So if you go back to where I saved this now, and try to check the properties of this, the property of this image now in PNG, it's going to come. As you can see, if we compare this value with the one that we did in our folder, where's this folder? The practice folder, this folder. Let's compare properties. So we can see that this is higher than this. So telling us that the DPI of this is more than this one. So the only issue I have with this is that it cannot tell us specifically that what the DPI is, and I think it's a kind of calculation that you have to do also by maybe by multiplying this by this, we know what is supposed to be the value of the DPI is going to be. But by this comparing to this, you can see that this is higher than the other one. And if you look at this image now, there's something I want to do. If you zoom into the image for us to know the differences now. Let's zoom. You can see I'm on 611 zoom point now. You can see it's still very, very sharp. It's still very, very sharp. Now let's go back to this other image. This also I'm not open. Let's put on the same value. It won't open.
Was to try to set up something.
I'm trying to open the JPEG one now. This is also good. But when you go higher, you can see it's pixelated now. Let's go more on this. The same value. It's similar. So the point is just that you have the opportunity to select what you want in visual up to the maximum of 300. And in my PowerPoint here, maximum I think is about 300 also. You can go back here if you want to check what value that you have. You come here, come to option in the PowerPoint, come to advanced. Now, under advanced, you can see this image size and quality. What is the default setting is high fidelity. So, and it's advised, like what I said now, the earlier version, if I click this now, any image I'm going to save is going to be coming out in this version. I think if you can try it, let's see. Anything I'm saving now will come out to be this version on this page. Let's save it and try.
Change the resolution at the.
Let me save in what is it called in JPEG. Since that is going to give us value. Yes. Let's come back and check practice. Yes. I think it's C300. So Ah, there is another place where we can check the resolution. That is in. I will show us when we get to that level, where we can check on our system also on the register of the computer. But by this, you still have opportunity of changing here. So it's always on high fidelity, and that's the improvement that we have in Microsoft Office 365. I don't know what if it's the same thing in 2022 Microsoft Office, but I know the older versions. When you save the lowest version the lowest DPI you can use about 92, 92, 92, 96. So let's see if our Hydra is on. What is going on with this?
àwọn tí ń support
So
iṣẹ́ àwọn jù.
let's create new. Continue. So I also want to create this one that we did here. Just 1, 2, 3, about 6 of them. You double click on e-draw. Every adjustment that you need to do, you do it before you start telling it to give you a different shape. Here, I just need to let me just type one. Right now, the size of the text is 12. You can change 10. The color of the text change to black. Sorry. And you can bold. Now let's say I need this more. What I just need to do is just over on this. You over on it and you click. You just put it on this direction and you click. It has to give me. I don't know why it's not changing. The other time I did it was just giving me the next thing to do. It also gave me. It also give me the text alongside what I'm doing. The only thing that is coming up now is the edit that I have on the size of this image, this box that I have here. Okay, I want it this direction. Just over on it, you click. See, let me check and see why is it not giving? Why is it's not giving me what I need? So before then, we can match property here also. We can match. Click. Match click. Oh, this also. Here is my page. Just hold on think I should have the scroll bar here somewhere here, and I can't find it. I just want to group it. Control G, the shortcut of grouping, or you come here to ungroup. Now I want to export this. So these are the formats that you can export here. You can export in graphics, PDF, doc. You can export in PPT. You can export to Excel. And I think this is one of the drawbacks. This is going to go directly and take the, let's see graphics, export to graphics.
So ever create a function like function kan ṣá tó náà máa gba nǹkan wọlé ṣe pọ̀
Select
nínú
shape.
printf náà lè máa lò.
Yeah, the graphics you can select what you want. JPEG. So if you say you keep the aspect ratio, it means if I click here, if I change anything here, it should change concurrently to the size that will match the shape I have. And if it's square, if this shape is square, you can see it's rectangle. If I'm changing to 50, this is also changing to 50 automatically. So we're trying to export now in JPEG. Our practice folder is there. So this is the one we just exported. So the default setting for this is 96 DPI. So this we're going to use when we want to upgrade to maybe 600 DPI or above. So same thing can be done here also. So the next thing we're going to do now by our presentation is to go to see how we can increase the DPI of those images that we already exported. So as I've said, it can be done here. It can be done here in Inkscape, and we can use online too. And this is for specifically for photos. This lunar pic for photo. Oh, I said I was going to use this as an example. So what I'm just going to do, I think this, I'm going to send us a link to watch how to do this. But this and this, I have this one on my system now. Inkscape, Escape. This is Inkscape. I think I should just start from, okay, we can save.
Okay, nǹkan tí èmi get gan nǹkan tí ẹni.
Ink. I'm trying to reopen the Inkscape. So this is Inkscape. So the image I want to increase the DPI, you would have copied put it here. So I want to increase this, the DPI with this. So what I will just do is to let's set this. Which one is JPEG? Let me set it.
So now can we create a printf team? We mean can we create a function team?
This. Just copy and paste.
So I want to create a print integer number. So but ilé tèmi ṣe yìí èyí tó lè character. Okay. But it didn't change, it only prints the number that's on the lane.
Integer. Can I DST?
No, just think my password. I have quick money my friends. So me if I pass the 10
Let me try what that means. Next stop.
So the same thing as me, I think I have to print F go print 59.
So if you're opening your drive or you copy you want to paste, don't change this. Just leave it as it's set here. This is the image here. It's taking the size of the image, or you can come to your document setting. As the image is so big, it's taking the size of the size of this image. You can, if it's A4, I think there's an option where you can change it to landscape or something. So this is what I just want to show us here. You can increase or decrease your DPI here. If the paper says 500, just click for 500. Then you click export. Then when you click export, it asks you the name you want to save, the name in which you want you to save is look for our folder. Practice. Now it can only save in PNG. It can't go to JPEG, and this is one of the drawbacks on this also. So usually what I usually use this for is just I don't use it to draw. You can also draw charts here on this Inkscape. You can draw your charts, and any other flow chart can also be drawn here. So save this.
Oh, left.
You now click export. I think the image is very big.
Everybody they can download it on YouTube, have you go?
There's another image here which I want to use to
Why they
demonstrate.
can download it on YouTube, have you? Everybody they go download it on YouTube, have you go?
Oh, what is going on?
Okay. No, when you post me,
Why is it blank? You copy it directly from PowerPoint. Enter C. So you can change the document size here. Now this is where you can change it to your landscape. Just to make it fit the size. And what I want to do now, I don't want to render all. I just want to render only the selected area. So here you can change your increase or decrease your DPI. Let's make it 650. Save, export, graphics. Yeah, click export. So what I'll do, I think I've saved this already in. Okay.
No. No. Demo 1.
I think I already saved it here. I think I named it demo 1. So this is the one I just converted. Let's check the property. So as I said, the PNG won't show the value. But let's compare with what we exported directly from Microsoft Office. So if you look at the one I exported from Microsoft Office, this same diagram as the flowchart, you can see that the value here, the values here are lower than this, telling us that it has increased from what it used to be. So, and this is just the way the little demo as regards increasing the DPI. Now, if you want to use the online tool that will give us what we need immediately, instantly, let me close all of this window. I need to go back here, come to this. First, I need to open Lunapic, and I'll open this. Town converter. For this is the one I said. This is the town converter. This is Lunapic for photos. For the town convert convert the town. So let's say this image, this figure, let's check first. Properties. This is 300 DPI. This is 300 DPI. So, and I need to downgrade it or upgrade it to about 600 or something. You come to this. But before you upload your image, you need to select what you want first. Let's first of all downgrade. You click a folder, practice folder. You want to convert this demo, which is 330. Oh, automatically, let's see. This is the output here. Let's check the property. You can see this is the value now. So this automatically just take and gives you the format in which you use as an input. I use JPEG and it's giving me back JPEG. So let's say I want to upgrade it again, upgrade it back to let's say 600 or something. So I must click 600 first. Then I come back to my download. I just drag. And this is your output automatically. So this does not require settings. And this tool is free forever. Oh, this is 600. So if you want others, if it's more than that, you can just click. You type the value that you want. Let's say we want 700. 700. Just drag the image and put it back. Put it there. I'm going to use this one that is 72. Put it here, and the output is here. Just let's check all of this. So you can see the value is 700. So this is what I said I love most. It's you just impute, you select the value that you want, and you just impute the image or your figure, and it gives you it is charts or graph that you want to increase the DPI. It gives you. Now, if it has to do with pictures, photos, this is what I said, Lunar Peak. Lunar Peak, what do you want to do? Do you want to crop? You want to resize? In fact, your passports, you want to resize the passport, you want to resize images, you want to pixel them, pixelate them. What I use is for my, I use it to remove background. I think I have a picture that we can use to demonstrate here. Folder.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
try this image here. We want to remove the background or improve the sharpness of this.
Okay, so when display the application
Yes.
now,
So you click the upload, or you can click what you have here. You look for the location of the picture. Or I think it's in download, right? Download. Yeah. So any effect that you want, you can see how big it is. So if I want to reduce the size, you can see you can resize. Just put what you want. Let's say I want 560, 850. Just randomly, I'm just inputting. You can see automatically it changes, and it won't reduce the quality of the picture. You can see. If I want it square, just enter your value, and you click resize. You can export, save, and you have your result here. So open. This is the original image. Let's check the property of the original image. The property of the original image, come to detail, the size is 4000 by this. And this edited image is what we told it to do, and the DPI is 72. So if you want to increase the DPI of this, you can just drag and put it in your converter, and it does that automatically for you. Now, if you want to go back to what you just click undo, it takes you back to what you have. Now, I want to remove the background, or I want to increase or turn it to black and white or something. And I can draw on it also. I can crop what I need from it. So you can do your background removal automatically, or you can make, just looking for the background. Yeah, and I want to resize. You can see. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to. You can use this also. I think this is scaling. I mistakenly click scaling. You can use your mouse to do this. So when you're done, just save. Just click save. This is the size that we want saving. So you can click, select the type, save as GPM, save as TTI. So some of the times it might told us to save our image in this. You can just bring it here, and just receive it TIF without touching your images. Oh, which is immediate output. Click. This is it. This is our output. Oh, you might not see that it doesn't have background. You can just copy here and paste it on your slide, and that will show us clearly that this. Oh, sorry. I didn't copy. This is it. Then you can resize, and if you're resizing in PowerPoint, you just need to click Control to have equal size. If you didn't click, it will just change it. Or if you click this, it will change it like that. And finally, I want to insert these images in my Word document, and I'm trying not to change the size, or I want to ensure I have them in a uniform size or within a confined size. For example, let me just bring up a dummy text. If you want to bring up a dummy text, and yeah, this is a dummy text. So I want to insert those images. Let me even insert this. If I drag and put this here, it will be here like this. But one major thing is that now is because I'm not clicked where to make it move. I can move and it's following this. If it's like this, I'm trying to see. I want to take it down now. You just need to move it down. But at times, when you're doing your typesetting, for example, maybe your thesis, and even presenting your figures and charts, it's always advisable that you have your figures in another table. That would save you from maybe mistakenly you press something and it's just this change all the settings that you have done on your page, because normally you're supposed to have your page set when writing your thesis. So what is advisable you do is to insert a table. In fact, presenting your table, you should insert a table in another table also. So let's say I want to put that same image and I want it to be a particular size. So you insert a table. First thing you do, what size you want it to be. You will come here, right click on your table, and I want to fix the width. I'm trying to fix this here to here. Now I come back to layout. So what size do I want the confinement where I want the image to be? Let's say I want 10 cm by 10 cm. It's here. So you can click here. I want, after I'm done with inserting it, for example, let me just do something now. Let me just bring any image down, put inside this chart. Let's say this. I put it here. Maybe because I've reduced the size. Let me take another image. Because the reason why it's not changing now is because I had already fixed the width. Let me go down here on next page and insert a table. Then the same image I inserted here now. If I insert the same image here, it would take the size of that image but I want to make it just this size or even smaller. What you're supposed to do is to fix the width and take your dimension that you want. Let's say the width is 10 now. Since I already fixed it, it won't change. And I want to make the height to be any size. Let's say 12. Oh, no, let me just make it smaller. 8. Now I need to fix the height also. You come here and you come here. You change it to you come here. This is it. You come to row. If you leave it at least, you only the width is going to be fixed, but the height will be changing. If you now keep it exactly, so any image that you're inserting now will be in this confine. And when you are copying or when you mistakenly touch anything after you have done your typesetting, it won't change. It won't. Let's say I want to insert this image now. There's another images here. This image now, we can see the size is 5,000 by 3,000. If I drag it and put it here, it should just be there. But if I drag it and put it here, it will be the size in which I have it, or some will even be bigger than this. Why is this very important? Let's like what engineer Abi presented here. You can see all these images are equal. They are equal. You can have them here also. After you're done with fixing your size here or something, we also want to insert multiple, like what he did in his thesis in his paper there. You just come back to table also. Once we insert 4, and first thing we do is to fix our width. And the next thing is to go back to the layout and tell us, let's say we want to have 5 by 5. Every image that you insert now in this table, after you go back here and fix the height, this and at least everything will be within. They would try to be with you. Let's take this. You can see it should be within.
9, 10, 10, 11.
And if I'm doing it here in this table here, it should change.
Yeah.
Where is it? You can see. So if I'm inserting another one now, everything will be within this confine. Let's say I'm inserting this now. It will just be within. And I can now format all of these individually, or I format them in group. So if I mistakenly, maybe I have text below them or above them, provided I already fixed this, you can just edit the table and make all the lines invisible. And you type the title. After the image, you can type the figure. And when you are copying it, you just copy together. To not copy just the image and leave the text behind. To copy everything together and paste anywhere you want to paste them. So I think with this, we're done with the first part. The time is almost 11 o'clock. So in the second part, since our time is gone, I have to just rush through this quickly. So the second part, I promise we are going to have 5 minutes break. Should we continue? We should have a 5 minutes break. Coordinator, moderator. Is anyone here?
I think it's better to just go on since we are running out of time.
So now quickly, So as I've said earlier, for after presenting all of our results, the best thing is to know how to know the tricks to prepare templates or to prepare PPT to make it appealing to those that are going to listen to us. So three things need to be noted when you're preparing your PPT: templates, color and fonts, which we discussed in our last class, photos and images. Depending on what you need to insert, an icon also. Those are the things that we need to know. Those three things, they are very important. They add a lot of value to your presentation. But today I'm just going to talk more on these templates and do some other things and do a demo on how to design our own templates. So templates, as we know in PowerPoint, we have templates in PowerPoint. When it comes to your design, they are inbuilt templates. And we have free template that you can download. I have links here where you can download free templates. I think this link, slide go, and other links where you can download templates. But at times you need to customize your template so that you don't start changing. Let's say you need to have a text that's going to be here permanently. Yeah, normally you can just copy your text and paste. But at times you might mistakenly touch this text and delete something. But if you want to make it to be on each template as a permanent icon on it, you need to design your own custom template, and that I'm going to rush through quickly. To design a customized template, we need to first select our color palettes. We have to decide what color do we need to use. Then we decide on fonts also. Do we need stock images? We're going to decide on that also. Then this display size. So usually when you go to some conference, they will tell you to make your display size to be 4:3. Some will say widescreen 16:9. So depending on what you want. So to you, if you're making your customized template, that you need to put into consideration. And I think we're going to do this quickly or something similar to this quickly. So to create our own customized template, first we need to do is to open new page. When you open to new page, you come to view, and you come to master slide. So if you look at our master slide, there is this slide that you have on top. Anything you do on this master slide, any changes that you make on this master slide is going to appear on another slide. Any changes that you make. So what I want to do is that I want to have a template that would have an element here that will be on next slide, different from the cover page. What I'm trying to say is this. Let me show something similar here.
Ibi tí ojú tèmi gangan ní pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan ni torí àti ṣe kí lorúkọ especially ní nǹkan oúnjẹ wọn these days. So then another thing ni pé first one tí wọ́n bá láwọn tíṣà lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́.
Like this template now. This text here, even when I click enable this text here, I can't copy this text. The only thing I can do is to edit this. These icons I cannot edit them.
Okay.
Only thing I can edit are these ones, but this I cannot. Now, when you come here, this next slide is same as this. Let me just see new slide. This is what it's going to show me. So you can see you have another new slide. Let me click on another new slide. So I want something that will be something like this. I don't want to start designing this page by page, and I don't want to just put a box whereby when anybody touches it, it just deletes. So I want to have something like this, but in another color. I want to have something like this at the top that will show on all the next slide. Then later I'm going to design my cover page. So let's come back to our. So if we need to do that, so first thing we're going to do is to come, as I've said, you come to view, then you come to master slide master. Then first, I said we're going to decide on color. So you can decide on color here, or you can go to the site which I showed the last time. There's a site I showed, but due to the time factor now, I'm just going to pick this color and this color, yellow and purple. I think it's purple, right? So that's going to be my color scheme. So what I will do, I'm going to insert, said I wanted to have something like that. And if I don't want something like that, I can just design anything. Let me just even change the idea of that. I want to have something like this.
Àti ní kò easy àti tètè mọ àti ní grant mọ báyìí nísìnyí. At that period èèyàn mọ àwọn èèyàn ẹ ṣáà mọ àwọn bíi immediate junior bíi márùn-ún àbí bíi mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn.
This color.
Àwọn tún máa padà connect èèyàn.
I want this.
So but nísìnyí wàá kàn dé. They are fresh. I
copy and paste this. I want to increase the size of this. I want to put this here again. Now I want to change this to, I said purple, right? Let's see this color, right? Now I'm going to group it. As you can see, it's already appearing here on all other templates here. So what I want to do is that I want to group this. Now I group this. I duplicate this. I want to have it here on all the slides. And I want to have just something like this. First, this also I need to adjust this a little bit. I want all the text to come with this. So I need it to be this color, or I want, let me go to format shape. I want to have a gradient, just 2-point gradient. This, I want this here, I want yellow. And you can select if you want it to be red eye. I think this is good. This is good. So you can see on each slide, if I click this slide now, you have it here. And if I don't want this, I can change the background. I can hide. You can see I can hide for only this page, individual page. And this page now is the cover, is the front page, which I want. This is where I want it, all the new slide. Now, I don't want this to be on my, what I want to do now. I'm already done now. I'm done with the next thing. Sorry, the next thing to do is to customize the text. So I want to have, let me just take Roboto black. You can see it has changed. Roboto, just ordinary Roboto.
Cheap one, 23,000.
No, let me just take one here. I'm going to take. Let me take this. Then I want to put this light. Same font, but lighter.
wáyà earpiece wà nù drum tó kọ́ bí mẹ́ta bí mélòó kan.
Ó máa ń bàjẹ́.
Ó kàn gé ó kàn ṣe kí
Then kì í wà comfortable nígbà míì gan tẹ́ ẹ bá ń lọ kẹ́ ẹ máa ti wáyà kẹ́ ẹ máa fi
I think
bíbàjẹ́
light.
mi ò like.
And I can increase this way. I want this to be lighter.
Black tí mo lò ní tí bá sọ fún pé mo ra fóònù tí mo change fóònù mi wọ́n fún mi ní earpiece mi mo ní earpiece mi ló náà wò mí mo délé mo gbà wó ní pin one ni mo ní èmi kì í ṣe type C so mo ní láti ra type C mi ní.
Extra light, then make it a little bit. So I can also change the bullet points. So I want to make the color of the bullet point to be the size to be this, but I want the color to be yellow. So all the bullet points. So whenever I'm opening a new page, the bullet points they're going to be coming in what? In yellow. So and as you can see, we have the footer, all of these, so they won't show, and I can make them show if I want them to show at the slide master. So I think I'm done with this. So what he's telling me is that on this page, this new page now, whenever I open new page, this is what I'm going to have. This is what I'm going to have. So I can increase the size of the numbering. This numbering now is overlapping with this. So I can change as I move it a little bit, increase the size. I think we take Roboto Black. We can increase this. So automatically it will show on other slides. So we are done with the new slides. So now I want to work on the cover page. So first I come back to my slide master. I can hide the background. Now this is my own custom color. Here also I can adjust this. This text, depending on what I want. Shift it. So let's say I want a shape, a special shape like this. Well, now it's going to be maybe white. Let's make it white or something. We come back to shape. Or let me just use circle. You click your shapes to have even. So my outline color is nothing. So let's say I want to fill it in with an image. Depending on what I want it to be, I can come to this place, insert any image I want. I can search from online, but I want to just pick from my computer. Let's see. I go back to my desktop. Simulation. If we don't have image, let's say I want to put something that has to do with energy, renewable energy, or nature or something. There are other links that are put in this presentation. This presentation here, we have on Splash Pixabay. There's another one they call Pixabay, where you can download free images, stock pictures for free. Just type what you want. Let's say renewable energy. Because I want to make presentation on renewable energy. So I can download any of these images and put them there. Should we go with this?
That's fine.
The green one, this or this?
The green one is fine.
This is right. Just download. It's free, forever free. You don't need to sign up. So this, I'm going to locate this image now on my template that I'm building. This is it. I think I want to duplicate this image. This image, I want to duplicate it. Just Control D. Why I want to do that? I'm looking at putting Shift.
Ibi ìsàlẹ̀ ní tèmi lè máa bá ṣiṣẹ́. Okay. Never at least in the video. How mama èdèyàn bá.
Subhanallah. Mic wa.
Ẹsẹ̀ ọ̀hún ẹ̀ nísìnyí.
Ẹsẹ̀ ọ̀hún mo scroll lọ side there.
Before I feed the individual, I just quickly want to let me put my ingredients. Yeah. Like I want to duplicate this also. Increase the size. Put it here. Go back to color.
Actually,
sorry.
More than one.
The outline color, infill color, none. The outline color. This. You can increase the. You can insert different elements. This also I want to duplicate. I need to increase a little bit. And I'll send it to the back. Let me change this. The infill of this, I want to make it still the gradient. Let me use the gradient. And I'll send it to the back. Sorry. This is what it's going to look like. So I want to insert image here. Here, sorry. I want to insert image here. Picture. Come back to my download. Yeah, this is it. Now, this image here, I want to just make it appear at the background. So what I'll do, I'm going to duplicate this, Ctrl D, put it back here, and change the solid color, and increase the transparency. So they look good this way.
Cool.
Or we should leave it without the bag, without this. Usually, what I love to do is whenever I'm doing like this renewable energy now, the colors of renewable energy is usually green and something like this, dark green. So we can look for other pictures that will match it, but for just for demonstration, we can use this. And I think it's not looking good this way. Is it good this? I don't know why. Let's leave it this way. So next thing is to, anytime we're opening new cover page, this is what we're going to be seeing, and you can't change anything. So now do we need to increase this? I think this text is okay. So we can save this as our personal slide, or we can even save it to be part of the inbuilt slide of the Microsoft PowerPoint. So I think the text are okay. If we need to add more, we can duplicate. Then let me change this to light. If you notice, every edit I'm doing now is not affecting any of this. So if I come here to do any edit, it will affect everything that we have here. So what you need to check here now is to go back, check all other. I think this is far away. We can shift this a little bit, make it look good. The design of templates depend on each one's creativity. The more you do it, the better the skill. Just check in to ensure that they're not overlapping too much. This is overlapping. You need to reduce this and reduce this also. Or you just go to format shape, make same size, or you can just do this, come to home, this way, same size. Check all the slides just to ensure this is overlapping, so let's bring it back. Let's say this I have here, I want it to appear on this slide, but I don't want this. So what I will just do is go back to my slide master. This one, I will tell it hide the background, and I want this to be here. I want it here also, and it will be there. This is overlapping also. We can reduce this depending on what you want. Let's use this maybe. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to save as a personal slide. I'm going to use it. I will save as part of the. So we click save as. Image sharing. So we come here. You look for p.potx. This is going to be your personal slide. And if you want to save it as office team, it will be here. So let's first of all save as personal slide. Let me see. Slide. Oh, save. Then I close my slide master. So what you can only see is the can see. So anything today's dates. I decided to go back and change. I can go back to my slide master. This I need to remove. It's not part of this page. So I have to resave. Save. I think it became slide 2. PO2. Edited. So now I'm going to close. So let me open new slide. This is it. Oh, it's not showing. I need to exit us. You can see it. It's here. This is the first one I did. This was the one I was just using to practice. So when you just click, tell it to create. Now, just tell it new slide. It shows you this, what we designed. When you're opening new slide, you can select what type of slide. The one I mentioned the other time, this one, you can tell it to be this. And you have your slide here. Now, let's say I want to save it. I want to save it as part of the Microsoft PowerPoint slide. What I'll just do is phone, create, slide master, come to design, you come here, it's here already, then save. So I'm opening new slide now. I don't need to go here. I can just open blank, come to my design, and I look for it. It's here already. It's part of this. You can see. So when I open new page, and I continue my design. So this is just part of your. So you can just to get more idea on this. When you go to this free slide size, you can look for idea and just why this is good is that if you're going for a professional presentation, something that has to do with your field, or you're going for a, let's say you want to go to Google to go and present, you cannot just download any free slide online. What is professional is that what is the color of Google, you can quickly put up your own slide using their color themes and with your own beautiful design. And you can see why I use white templates. That it's always good to use white templates when you're doing your presentation to make everything you're doing legible. But sometimes you can use some dark themes sometimes that your background, everything's supposed to be this color, and the color that will be on top will now be maybe white, and you can use it. And this slide, the one I created now, I can forward it to everyone. You can use that because that is going to be one of the assignments we're going to do after the final presentation. As after September, we're going to design our own templates that you bring up idea from your own field, and what color you select the color you want and design anything you want to design, and get great idea online to know how to come up with your own personalized templates, and you can make it part of your so today's presentation. Let me just go back.
It's a fún assignment o. Wọ́n ní kí everybody ká create a template tiwa
We are going
lórí
to
PowerPoint.
close this
So
and go back to
by the end of this schedule of
our
knowledge sharing
presentation.
ní September, àbí? So
We're here.
what have you?
So in our next class, we're going to
Tọ́dọ̀ wọn.
look for free
Oh,
templates, and also we're going to do our customized poster team that we can use to do poster for presenting our research results. Then there are also online tools that you can use for that, and there's another new way in which you can present your poster without having too much information on the slide, on the using QSR or QSR code, right? So with this, we come to the end of our presentation today.
wọ́n ti parí engineer.
Addition, subtraction, contribution. It's welcome. Thank you for listening.
Wọ́n ti parí.
Okay.
Addition, subtraction.
Thank you very much, Mr. Instructor. Is in person of Engineer Muritala. Yes, sir. I don't know if we have anyone who has one or two questions to ask before we call it a day.
I have a question, please.
Right.
Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation.
Sorry, coordinator, I'm just checking your message now. Yeah, everyone is tired. Sorry for taking all of our time.
Actually, we started very
Sorry, I thought we started around 9:20 something, right?
9:30, I think.
9:30. So the 2 hours is on point then.
All right. Mr. Obasi, right.
Yeah, thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. I mean, it's really what is it called? Hands-on. So basically, my question is, I just want some kind of clarification. I mean, we do kind of web design and some stuff like that.
Yes.
We see some things from another perspective. Like for instance, yeah, we know PNG has transparent background and the likes, and then which is, we can create with Photoshop and some other stuff like that, or we
Yeah.
download online. So however, for vector
Vector images.
images, yes.
SVG
So
or something.
we have more control over the way we use vector images. Like we can programmatically adjust the color combination and the likes, and also the vector images does not degrade no matter how you try to zoom or adjust the what's it called. So is there any other applicability in the way the presentation so far? Because I really couldn't pick the difference from what's it called from the way we've been using it. Ṣé mo ti disconnect?
Over to you. Hello, sir. Engr Muritala. Engr Muritala.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we are here. Okay, now. Can hear
I'm
you.
sorry, I mistakenly mute. Engineer, my question is this to you. I need a clarification to the question. Are you saying using the SVG images on PowerPoint or using it as part of as a way to present our figures when we're submitting our papers to reviewers? Is it what you mean, or you mean using it in our presentations we have done here?
Using it in our presentation, basically.
Yeah, SVG can also be used, as you have said, and I didn't know more. I don't know much about using SVG. That's why I didn't even mention anything about SVG. But as you have said, that if we use it, it can the when you adjust, you stretch, it still retain its property. Then it's a good idea. It can be used. But my point is, if you copy an SVG message and paste on PowerPoint, can it show? Because I've not tried that. In fact, let me do
Yes, sir.
something now. Let me do something now quickly. I'm not going to take our time. I want to go back to the site. This site where we're copying our images. Let's go to on Splash. Let's try copy an SV anything, just any image. I just hope it gives us. Let's use this. This is not giving me option of selecting what type of image. I think Pixabay does that. Pixabay does it. It can give you. This is JPEG. Let's go back to Pixabay. Pixabay. Let's just take this.
If you haven't closed your Inkscape saved directly to SVG.
My Inkscape saves in PNG.
No, you can only export in PNG, but you can save as a
SVG.
SVG. When you save directly, it's in SVG.
Let's.
And in fact, you can save in other
I'm
vector
trying to.
formats
Yeah. Let me
like
save
EPS and all this.
on my desktop. I didn't check where I saved it. Let me resave. Yeah. I need to try something again. Okay. You're right. Thank you for this, engineer. Thank you for this beautiful information. But the only issue I have with this is you have to stretch from the angle. Okay. Thank you. Noted. Any other contribution, question?
One more, sir. I noticed you were using an external website for removing background, but I mean, we do use what's it called, PowerPoint too, to remove background. Is
Yes,
it
yeah,
kind
I
of
know.
archaic, or because I think the one you did is kind of clean anyway?
I know of that also. I didn't just go to that, but I think this is so fast. That's why I use that. I know you can remove background on in PowerPoint
Thank you so
that
much.
you can demonstrate.
Yeah.
Coming. Let me. This is it. Let's see what happens. This is it. But the issue I have with this at times you need to, if the background is somehow too blur or somehow too close to the image, you have to use your hand to start removing. But that I think that uses AI. It perfectly takes the shapes and just like the way we use our corridor. But it's long I've used corridor, but that's pixel based so fast also. So this is it. If you want to do it on PowerPoint. Thank you, engineer. That's okay. Any other question, contribution?
Uh,
Any other question?
Thank you so much, engineer, for the wonderful presentation. Mine is just a kind of short contribution, and that's regarding the the statement you made about Inkscape when you were trying to download the other time. So
Yeah,
I think it still remains free. The only thing
free.
is, yeah, they are requesting for donation, just donation, and it's voluntary.
Voluntary.
Because I was surprised, like because I use it almost every time. So when you made mention of that, I tried to download, and I was able to download. So without any issue. So I
Thank
think
you for
it's
the
still
correction.
free. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for the correction.
Yes, sir.
Any other question or contribution? All right. I would have loved to give a brief summary of today's lecture, but as our instructor has anchored the old stuff, it's kind of more explanatory. And I think for further study or for further review about this, the video will be available online after the proper edition, because we have a lot of issue with today's video during taking the video and some other stuff. And I think when if we are able to do some kind of adjustment with the video will be available for us to go through so that we can do whatever we want to do about it. And I think our instructor also gave some kind of assignments, which will be part of what will guarantee us to have the certificate at the end of the whole program. Actually, I took the attendance for the first class and the second class now.
Thank you.
Actually, I want to ask our instructor, because the this part of the presentation is like in four parts. We are taking like three parts, which the last one will be on the 27th of this month, and
I will discuss
last,
the Dr.
okay,
Ashraf will discuss.
okay, and then Mr. Ashraf will be taking the last one. So I wanted to know, do I have to take the attendance for that of Mr. Ashraf
It's
as
going
part
to be
of
part
it?
of it.
All
That's
right,
why it says 4 sessions plus
okay,
that also.
all right, no problem. Thank you very much for giving your time and energy to have taken care of this particular topic. And as member of the knowledge sharing committee of NSA, I actually I recognize your efforts and other things, and I know my other member also did, which is also
I'm
a thank
sharing
you.
the PDF right away.
All right, you want to share it to the group?
Our group. Yeah, I'm
All
sending it
right,
right now.
all right, thank you. So we all really appreciate your efforts and other things. We should not all forget that by 28th of this month, we will have another section on this. probably the last one will be with Mr. Ashraf on this design, and which will be on Canva designs and the likes. Then maybe before the end of this month, we may be having another section which was postponed last. The section should have come up last month, but we later postponed because of the availability of our instructor then, the version of engineer Olabi. I think maybe by now we'll be preparing for that. If at all we are going to have it at the middle of this month before we are having another section with engineer Mutaro, I think we will communicate that with go out, and I know very much we are all ready to learn one or two things. And his own topic will be his own discussion will be about transition from the academic to industry, and it's kind of something we all need to like. It's going to be, I know our doctor is going to be like kind of interactive section with him, because the last time when we had him, it's kind of very interesting. I know this time around we also do like that. So thank you very much, Engineer Mutado, for this section, and very much appreciate your efforts on this. So we thank you, and everyone, thank you for joining us for today's program. We we look forward to see you next time when we have another section. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Night.
Thank you, sir.